So I've made some notes here, because when you share basic technique with me, which you did just beautifully, we can always tweak it a little bit. The things that you're doing are really nice. So let's start with the tone. When you get out to the end of the bow, you tend to drop your wrist a little bit, and I would watch that. You can do it when you're 13, but when you're 30, you start to get carpal tunnel syndrome when you do that. So just pick any string and let's just take a look at that. Look how nice this is, and you've got a nice arch here. Now, your goal is to balance your arm on the contact point of the string and just continue that all the way to the point. So let's do that exercise again. And when you get out, don't feel like you have to make the tone this way. Maybe your arm swings up a little bit higher in order to make the weight that you want. Go for it. Like your spine is expanding this way. That's it. And then you can come back and again, and breathing, and just feel like you're lengthening and widening. That's a much better balance, yes. So just watch that. And it happens from about here out in the bow. So I think that the bow stroke is as though I am having a ball here. You're going to throw in that direction. I'm going to throw to you, and you just throw it all the way up. That's it. And you notice when you do that how your arm goes up, in, and out that way. So if you keep your arm level the same, and you want the same tone, you have to press harder, either here or here. But if you just keep the arm continuing to balance on the string as you go out, do that. Good, pick a G string this time. Just feel your upper arm balanced on the string, and as you get out, lengthen, taller. Oh my goodness, now you're using all of your back muscles. Do you feel that? Oh, that's very cool. Okay, does that make sense for you? Okay. Scale in 6, pretty good. You're thinking little, big, big, little. Mm-hmm. And a little variation that you might think to do is, let's see, did you do C, or where did you start?
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Okay. Is to play it. That gets a very smooth transition. And if you do that, make sure that you're sliding on the old bow. And you have
it's a low B flat.
Pretty big wolf, don't you? That seems a little better. Let's just move that a little bit. The Kosman is really beautiful. I don't have anything to say about your left hand, but a little thing you might think about, because you really are thinking about the left hand, but you're not thinking so much about the bow. So your bow changes, because you're going like this, like crazy, are a little on the, could be a little more fluid. They're a little this way. So, and then as you turn around, can you be nice and fluid? So, do you do a different string every day, or?
No, I'm just doing the A string.
You might want to consider getting the balance on all of the strings.
Okay.
And that will be a different tone production. The tone while you do that is wonderful, but the bow change could be something that you think about. Octaves. I have a couple of things to say here. You're playing your octaves this way. probably not a good idea. I think an octave is a number one hand shape. Do you know about the hand shapes 1, 2, 3, and 4? This is a 1,
Oh,
2,
yes,
3,
yes.
4. So I always want my octaves to be so that I am, see, this is a nothing. That's just so. So the first finger's light. The 2 is very, I mean this finger, that's a 2, is very much balanced, and it's a number one hand shape. I do in my warm-ups is octave shifts every day, and that's the Joy to the World one, which gets the octave shift and the hand frame in the octave. So why don't we just take a look at that? That's something that maybe Mr. Muzzy wouldn't mind you adding to your routine. Let's start with C, 2 to 3. Your tone point. So that gets kind of both things going, but you see how that I'm right in that number one hand shape all the time, so all of my notes are available. This is not a good idea in octaves. Loose and in tune and beautiful, but it's not functional. Okay, diminished seventh. You started on E, I believe, right? And you're hearing it beautifully, but one of the things is to get the creepy crawly going. You're kind of shifting for each one, and in the way that I present this, I want an open hand, and then I want it closed. Open, closed, open, closed. And then backwards is your worst one. Open, closed, open, closed, open. So let's do that together. Are you doing these separate bows or slurring?
Separate bows.
Okay, so. So you're pretty good about this one. Did the thumb move? I can't see your thumb. Did your thumb move back half a step? Okay. Again. How do you go? Okay, now, always in arpeggios, the back is the worst. If I were to do like this, I'd lift and drop, right? So when I go backwards, I lift and drop, lift, drop. You're kind of and smearing into place. That's not a good idea. What note do you want to start on? Left, drop. Clean like a piano, no smearing into the note. Good one. Now here, can you do this? Yeah, I see you going like this. The thumb is not moving with two, and the arm moves the fingers where they need to go. So if you move your arm, look, if I move my arm, my thumb comes along. If I move my arm, the thumb comes along. So, so your going up is pretty good. Your coming down is not so good.
Okay.
One more point about going up. I see this. And then you go. So you're just right here. My rule is the arm moves the fingers where they need to go and the fingers go up and down. So if you're going to go, you see how when I'm on this finger, I'm moving to the next place. You stop and then kind of squirt up this way. It's not so smooth. Let's do it again. And now I'm on 3 and my arm is moving. Now, that's it. And I'm always thinking that this is what's moving, not my hand or my fingers. So that would add a little more smoothness, and it would also be better even in your hiding, as I noticed that. Okay, really good intonation. You have in the hiding the broad idea of what you want to do, but all of the little details I don't hear at all. Think of when Haydn lived. Have you ever seen pictures of?
He was very early,